Good day, gentlemen and ladies. The subject of my video it's about the camping stove used in various survival kit in the RCAF. So these are the Coleman camping stove. The model is Peak 1, as you can see here. That's the last model that I spoke last week, Peak 1. And the subject of this video will be about these two here, alright? So this is Peak 1 Coleman camping stove, model 550A. The reservoir is made of aluminum, alright? All the rest is also aluminum, except here it's steel to resist against the heat, okay? I arrived in Greenwood in Nova Scotia in 1991. I was working on the stove, okay? These were they were introduced late in 1980s. I think they were introduced back in 88. So, well, it was 88, so it must have been 88, 89, all right? A few years later, and I do recall we received an emergency bulletin or emergency advisory, then they were going to change the stove. The reason why they changed these stove from these two stove, it's 550Bs, there's two versions of those Bs, is they had problem with leaking. The aluminum pressure, the tank, they were starting to crack, okay? Now, on ground here, these stoves are outstanding. It was very popular. I think they are still do have a lot on the market. I see them in marketplace, and it's a great stove because it doesn't corrode. However, in the use in the inside of aircraft or unpressurized and pressurized aircraft, well, after few years, they were starting to crack. They found leaks and various spot welding on the top here also. And what they decide to do is they decide to ask Coleman, or it was already made. I don't recall. I don't have that. I remember very well reading it. So we were starting to receive these stove, and the difference is mainly it's made of steel. So steel it's better protective against pressure, altitude pressure, and also impact. Now, back in these times, these camping stove, they were getting better and better, and also user friendly. There's less part. Yes, they're bulkier than the other one I showed you at the beginning, but their output is greater, especially when you use naphtha. I had a couple of questions. I have one at what altitude then you can use the stove. Well, according to my research that I've done, you can use the stove up to 18,000 feet, even higher. The naphtha is a great stove. It's giving you a lot of output, but I know for the monitoring they go with a butane stove. Butane has a tendency to froze. It's lighter though. The stove they just carry the burner, and they have a canister, but the canister have a tendency to froze. But the naphtha, it's bulkier, it's stove. They're heavier for sure. All right. Now the stove that I'm holding right there, those two are model B's. And what's the difference? I'm gonna talk about that right now. First of all, for the first model, they didn't change the type of valve here. As you can see here, right there, this is the model A. You see the plunger here to the pump. They have the link there. You have to remove this, and same time was that. However, what was the change? I do recall, and it was stainless. So it was basically the same, but the tank was pressure. It was made of steel. Okay, so that was the big difference. And then later on, what they have done is they change from that little ring here to this plastic here around here, and it was, oh boy, I don't know if I'm able to. And you have a special tool which I don't have. I lost it. I don't remember Where did I put it? But they had a tool here, like you see here, it was coming up. I'm just gonna remove it all, coming from the top, and I was able to remove, and that was the big change, changing here. All right, instead of these only need a pair of pliers. I was able to remove very easy. But that was the big change. Okay, the rest, the leg system, the ring, they all come up with a better nylon resistance for the legs. Okay, the like this one was made in 1996. It was made in USA. This one was the 6th of 1993. Okay, it was USA made. This one, it was the, oh, they just put 6.3, so they must have been, yeah, the 6, yeah, I can see the 9, same thing, the 6th of 1993. This one was a little bit shaped. It was they were built the same month, basically. However, no, not the same month. Yeah, I can see the 9. However, this model here, that must have been one of the last batch. I remember receiving these, and then another batch we were starting to receive these, and we never received these model anymore. The big advantage of the aluminum, it was never corroded. It was very strong, very easy to maintain. I just have to clean it, and that's it. And it had no corrosion whatsoever. Now this mine never flew, never went. It was my personal one. It never went to a survival kit. These two here, I bought them, and my good friend Ben, he's producing genius videos. Sorry about that. I'm gonna let you know the name here. I bought them, and that bring me a good memories at Ron's Army Surplus in Halifax. Well, it was not in Halifax, it was in the Bedford Basin. So, and they were cheap. I mean, they were rugged. They've been flying around. I don't know. I know it was not only used in the RCAF. Army was using them too. So the big disadvantage, yes, they're strong. However, they corrode. So what we had to do is clean them, and then I had to put either paint or put a light coat of oil over it to protect them. And I had some corrosion. We had some corrosion problem of dissimilar metal between from the aluminum here and there. So that was no problem with this one, but this one we had some concern definitely, and yeah, that was a problem with them. Okay, the overall, it was pretty good. What I can see is this one it was really extensively used. That was the shape that I get them. So I think this one must be an Army use, and this one must be an Air Force use, because it's quite in good shape, very nice polish. And they were basically half price. Well, and when I was in Nova Scotia, I bought half of my stuff at Ron Army Surplus, and also the Mountain Equipment Co-op in Halifax. I used to go there, and there's also camping gear in Kenville that I bought another item there, which I'm gonna show it to you on the Lantern NAFTA portion of that series of videos. The valve, it was the same. It was multi-fuel. That was the difference, the reason why we went with these two. And I believe I had to do a phone call on my ex-squadron when I was working on Auroras in Greenwood, what the stove they're using now. But I believe they're still using them, because I think they're still selling them. All right. There's various versions of Peak One. Like I told you, I have that version, I have that one, I have that one. And then I have another one civilian wise too. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I've got 4 versions of these stoves. 4? Yeah, all right. Now, talking about matches, you want to see antique matches? These were removed when I came in the service. Now I'm gonna get closer for you. Look at the these were emergency matches, Marine Division, like right there, Marine Division, RC Rescue, all right, in Salisbury, Wilt in England, all right, and I've got about 5 or 6 of them. Contain 24 match. This one is it's not on sale. All right, I'm gonna keep it like that. But to give you an idea what type of match are they is I removed this one. I removed the tape long time ago, and these one are windproof matches, and the cap, like, it was very well made. And these are original from back in the, oh my god, I don't know, I don't remember, but it must have been like in the 60s. Very well made. And there's the striker also in a plastic bag, so that was very nice. And it also stored inside of a waterproof aluminum container. All right. I completely forgot to mention to you, I'm still looking for the special funnel to fill up these. To fill up, it's still pressurized. To fill up these. Oh, it filled. I can smell the naphtha inside. There's a special funnel made by Coleman. There's also companies where there would be no problem when you put the naphtha inside. The air inside the funnel is relieved. Alright, so I'm gonna use this model here. I'm not gonna use the one in the middle here. It's bone dry and the cap is loose for many years, but this one is the last one I use. And again, oh, I still have naphtha inside. So this one I'm gonna use. I'm just gonna put more naphtha inside, and I'm gonna boil some water. And just for the fun of it, I'm gonna use one of these containers which need to be cleaned. Which one I'm gonna use? I think I'm gonna use this one. If I can separate them with the proper handle. All right. And no, I'm not gonna drink the water up from it, but there's some dust in there, so it would be a good time to clean it. All right. So again, thank you very kindly for the subject of video. Now, I forget to mention, these stoves were used exactly on the Auroras. They were used also on the Hercules, all the research, search and rescue aircraft and helicopters. And I'm talking about the Labrador aircraft we used to have. So, Auroras, Hercules, and Labrador helicopter research. The Arctic kit was basically the same. So I'm gonna show you the picture right now, and as you're looking at the picture, I'm gonna set up to try that stove outside with boiling water with that vintage handle. All right, cheers. All right, for nice testing, I'm gonna use my 2 cups of water right here. All right, so there you go. You have I'm gonna try to get level just below. I'm gonna put that inside my cup here, and then I'm gonna try to boil that outside. All right, stick around. Yes, one different too is the aluminum one didn't have any plastic retaining, and the Model B had that rubber retaining here, so it was tough to lose the cap. And same thing with the previous after model here, it had that. And this you were able to buy it to install it on order, and that's all for the Coleman. It was easy to install, but I like to keep my original stuff, so that's why. All right, so that was the difference from Model A and Model B. Stick around. All right, folks, so I've got the stove here. close the valve. I'm gonna pressurize the plunger, the piston plunger, so build up the pressure. All right, close the valve. I've got my 2 cups of water right here. I've got my favorite mattress here, Redbird. So let's light it up. Oh, I just got it. There we go. I'm just gonna put it on low right now. Let the generator do his work. The generator you see here at the top, it's go from liquid to gaseous pressure. Just gonna let it work a little bit as it's built up the pressure. You don't want to put anything right there because it will produce black soot on your cooking ware. Now I'm gonna light up a little more. There we go. So right now it's a high power. I'm just gonna pump it. When you put it on the lighting, it's using the top of the tank where it's only air. It's a mixture of air. It helps to light up. And when you put it in normal, low, and high output, it's taking from the liquid. And right now it's ready to go. So I'm gonna take the right here on the top, and you can as we talk right now. I don't have any chrono right. Okay, yes, 150. It started at 150, 155 right now. So yeah, 159, 160. So let's go like that. So 150, it's already 10 seconds. Now, peak one stove, camping stove. Like I told you, it was the optimum low budget back then stove, because they had of course they had the MSR, they have the Primus, there's another one too, Optimum also, they were currently used. And while that, I will show a book that introduced me to camping gear while it's boiling, so stick around, I'm just gonna be back. Sorry for the waiting. It's 3:44, and it's starting to smoke, as you just see. Now, if I have one book, a Bible to introduce you to camping, wild camping, canoe camping, how to what type of clothing, how all the tips and tricks of doing successful camping missions or camping survival, camping recreational with family, it's the, and I know a lot of you folks know that, Song of the Paddle with Bill Mason. All right, this guy, that outstanding gentleman, I just show you the picture there. The picture says it all, with this famous the tent. I forget the tent. Just hold on. That type of tent is the campfire tent, and I even built myself one. You're gonna see the picture right now with Marianne when she was very young. All right, look at that picture. Now, Bill Manson, he worked with the National Board of Film of Canada, and he produced many videos. Just look at them on YouTube. National Board of Film of Canada, and very good. And that guy, I learned, like, I bought his book and meal, how to cook, how to build yourself various type of nuts, paddle, everything is in there. And he does talk about the various stove. If I can have right now, if I can find the right page. I don't have my glasses with me, so I'm just guessing. Fire. So okay, like right there, that's the reason why I buy the Peak one. You can see right there, and when I saw the picture, I went to buy myself one. There's also the Coleman double burner, like a base camp, and that's also the Optimus That's the stove. Mine was a Primus. They are also Primus, and also various type of other stove. So I'm just gonna put the book inside my house. All right, it's not that cold outside. It's only -7 Celsius, and the boiler is boiling. So it's 6 minutes 13. I do the math. I don't remember the number, but it boils really, really fast. It's a great boiling effect. Right there. All right, and the simming is very, very good. Like, and I think when I was using it, you can hear my neighbor with this snowblower. People are still snowblowing. I pushed my snow this morning, by the way. All right, just to give you an idea. All right, and we just received last night about 2 inches of snow, and they're calling for better days now. But definitely, the last 7 days we had a lot of snow. All right, and you're gonna see me on my next Sunday morning videos. The last time that I blow it, I've got a 12 feet snowbank in front of my house just to keep you lit. All right, so the subject of my video was about the outstanding Peak 1 series, and that will be the last stove I've talked about, the RCAF. The next video that I'm gonna talk with older, much older camping stove used in various forces. I've got one from the Korean War incoming. That will be my next video, and they didn't use naphtha back then. It was gasoline, so it's gonna be a smelly video. And yeah, so again, thank you very kindly for all your standing support. Thank you for supporting me doing that channel. It brings me a lot of good memories as a ex-safety system technician. Life support, RCAF aircraft life support equipment. And yeah, remember folks, hey, life is very good. Cheers.